working? Just want to make sure.
No, not really. I may be picking up like a little blip here and there, but for the most part, no. Alright, so I don't know if you really know anything about Craft the World. It would be like if you mixed Terraria, Minecraft, Nomoria, and Dwarf Fortress. You kind of get Craft the World. Let me start a brand new game here.
This game's been out for a while, hasn't it?
It has. It's been out since December.
Okay, yeah.
But they've recently added updates, because again, this is an early access title. It's not released.
Gotcha.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new campaign. And it takes a really, really long time to do these levels. There's actually only 3 current levels. The other levels are locked until you complete the previous level. And level 1, even though it's a smaller world, it says it's kind of normal difficulty, it can take forever to do. Like, you can have a lot of kind of game time in one level.
Yeah, I like the art style. It's interesting. I wasn't too sure. Like on the main portion of the game where you're actually in the game, I wasn't sure I liked the art style, but I like their menus. Are really clean.
Oh yeah, I mean, give it a second when it kind of starts coming to life. It has a little bit of like cartoonish charm. So, I'll start here. So what we end up getting is just kind of like a little portal where your little gnome kind of pops out of the portal. You have a single gnome, and the job is to kind of look around your world and kind of figure out where everything is. So I can zoom out, kind of check out all the lay of the land, see where all the trees are, where all the resources are. And it's kind of very similar to something like Terraria, kind of like a side-scroller 2D game. Well, since this is where I'm at, I'm going to tell my little minion guy to go over to the tree and cut the tree down.
I think it's interesting that you can zoom all the way out. Like, it's definitely a nice feature compared to Terraria.
Well, one of the interesting things too is how the dwarves can kind of climb up stuff. They can kind of hit different things with their weapons, and they can even fall if they make a mistake. So, really what we want to do, we have a limited time before night falls, and when night falls is when kind of the evil skeletons, zombies, and things like that come out. So what he's going to do after he knocked over some of the trees, he's going to go walk back over to my stockpile and drop a couple of the ingredients or the crafting material back in the stockpile. So he has to walk back over, kind of grab some more particular things like the wood he's grabbing right now, and then he's hauling that over to the stockpile. I can also kind of tell him to start cutting down some stone. And so when he's cutting down stone, right now he's really inefficient. He has a knife, so it's not very good for whatever he's working on. You can equip him with other types of gear that actually can make this a lot easier. So as he kind of gets more and more equipment... hold on a second, hold on.
Yeah. Oh.
Alrighty, so what ended up happening there, I got a new task. Oh, actually, I am hearing my echo from your headphones or whatever it is. I can actually hear myself through your mumble.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't really know why it picks it up, but it does.
Yeah, because it's, I mean, you know, my headphones are on my head, covering my ears. It's not really
is it loud?
Exposed to it. No, I mean, it's normal for me.
So what I want you to do is I want you to turn the volume all the way off. Just completely off. Not mute it, just turn it to like low volume. And let's see if it kind of picks up any of the background.
Sure. Did you hear that?
Let me see. I'm not hearing anything right now.
Okay. Leave it there then. If you hear it
Yeah.
again, just let me know.
So I guess your mic is really sensitive. Alright, so anywho.
Yeah.
Now you can see that there's some of the stone in the background. Actually, like in the foreground. I mean, not in the foreground, in the background. It's kind of grayed out. You can actually mine that particular stone as well in the background. Very similar to kind of like Terraria, how you can have the foreground and background. So really what I'm trying to do is collect enough material to make some new materials. I can go into this crafting menu, you'll see in a couple seconds here on the stream. And kind of like in the vein of Minecraft, where you have this crafting table on this right hand side and you have to do particular formulas in order to craft items. And in order to find out what those formulas are, you can select one of the recipes, and it kind of gives you a general idea of how to arrange the particular crafting items. So in this instance, to craft the stone pickaxe, it's going to take 3 wood in kind of like a vertical fashion, and then 1 stone to the left and 1 stone to the right. So I'm going to actually do that. Kind of get another piece of stone.
So it looks like you're literally making the object.
Exactly. So I can make a couple of these. I'll make 2, and by doing so, you can see this basic tools making kind of progress bar ends up going up. And so that general progress bar gets me to go and advance through the crafting tree. So the more I actually... Kieran is running around behind me. He has a little scimitar.
That's awesome.
So the more I craft these basic crafting materials, it actually slowly starts to upgrade me going to the next skill set, the next set of crafting tools that I can get. And right now it kind of starts out where you don't have a lot of different crafting materials. And some of the crafting materials you do find, you don't even know what they're for. Kind of like in the vein of Starbound or even Terraria. So as you level up, one of the reasons why you like to level up is not only just to get more XP, but it actually gives you more population. Every time you level up, you get another little dwarf, as well as some other types of leveling up awards. So in this case, I got a totem, I got an extra stone pickaxe, and then my population increased by 1. So what will happen is you'll see a dwarf kind of teleport in from that little teleporter. And now there's 2 of them starting to work. And actually, I'll go into the crafting tree here in a second as well. So the crafting tree kind of has... They changed this. It was very, very different before. Before, it was actually on an individual item level. Now they've kind of grouped these items together in groups of 3, 4, or 5. And with that, you can kind of see the progression as well. Hold on a second. Kieran is talking in the background.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you laughing at?
I can see him standing on the couch. It's
Yeah,
funny.
like behind me. Like right behind my head. My head will kind of block him a little bit here. But yeah, the skill tree, as you can see here, kind of, in order to advance, you just need to start making whatever materials within each one of those kind of bucketed kind of sections. So the basic tool making, you can see they have like a pickaxe as well as a stone axe. And you can make either one of those, and that will slowly advance you to the next phase, the next stage.
You like the crafting system, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, in order to equip the stuff that I actually have, I can go into select my dwarves, and then I have this inventory of all the stuff that I've created. as well as each dwarf has a number of inventory items that you can place on him, like kind of any other paper doll in an RPG game, right?
Yeah.
And so I can see his food, the health that he's at, his little name. They all kind of teleport in with these kind of funny little hats and kind of different styles that kind of give them some unique kind of look. And what I can do is I can take this pickaxe and just kind of drag it down to the pickaxe area in the inventory screen. And what that's going to do, instead of using the knife to cut things down, he's going to use the pickaxe. Of course, it's more efficient.
Is there durability for items at all in the game?
No, there is not,
That's
actually. Yeah, because there's so many things to manage, they kind of take a little bit of that away.
And do dwarves ever teleport in with anything more than basic items?
I haven't seen any, no. So you can see actually right now it's raining, and raining kind of fills up the area a little bit. Now it stopped raining. So yeah, water actually, there is water level, and it will fill up. So one of my tasks here, it says new task. So I have a couple tasks. I need to make some basic weapons, which is kind of like a wooden club. I also need to create an axe for my dwarves so they can cut down trees easier, more quickly. And research the basic tools. And once I research those basic tools, I'll actually upgrade myself to the next tree. We'll kind of see that here in a second. Oh, another thing too is actually in this same tab, well, in the same book, there's a couple tabs down here. One's the tasks, the other's the bestiary, and the bestiary will actually show you some of the things and creatures that you'll come across, and hopefully they'll actually create more. I think right now it doesn't show everything. Again, it's early access, so you're not going to see a completed game yet. It's not 100% completed. But it gives you a little bit of information about each one of the creatures that are in the world, at least the bad guys. So the two they're showing you here are the giant tick. The giant tick actually only comes out of really big trees. So it's actually cool to kill those things. It's really advantageous for you. They're worth a lot of XP. It'll upgrade your level quite quickly. So killing those little giant ticks that jump out of those trees, definitely a must-do. So what I'm going to do here is kind of start to dig down.
Just a really quick question about the, because I saw the attack on there. So when the dwarves or the creatures do damage, is it straight damage or is it a range?
What do you mean?
So, like, for example, it says his attack's 45. Does he do 45 every tick of damage he does?
Correct. Correct. It's not like there's very little RNG in that sense.
Alright.
So one of the reasons why they actually stopped actually mining is because the water level was too high. So over time, the water level will evaporate. When it's really small level like that, it'll kind of disappear. But if it gets too big, it won't evaporate. So like they are not wanting to dig here because of the water level. There we go. So a couple other things I'll do too is I'll have them chop down some more trees. Now they should find a couple of the ticks here in these really big trees over to the left. What I kind of want to do is knock out some more of the stone.
What's your next task to level up?
I have a couple. So I gotta... He actually just fell down and hurt himself. Aw. So I'll actually do that now. I'm just trying to get some more stone and wood because I don't have enough to create what I need to create. So I can actually start making... I'll make a ladder right now. So I can see by clicking on the recipe, it'll actually give me a little overlay when I go into the ingredients tab. So I don't have to memorize it. I can make one ladder. And I can take that icon and drag it to my kind of hotkey bar or my hotbar at the bottom. By clicking on it and then placing it somewhere, I can build a ladder there. Oh dear. Let there go.